it's Jojo Crosses, and we are back on Sakura. We are getting ready to bring in a new resident, you guys. So that is what we're here for today, but I noticed I have a campsite villager, so we're gonna go see who it is, and I'll be right back with you. All right, you guys, will it be good or will it be bad? Usually 9 times out of 10 it is bad, but this isn't one I have to take, so you know, it's not bad. But look, I am missing 2 more villagers, and I also need to add in several other little residents that we're going to build on this island, some of my besties in the Animal Crossing community out here. So we're gonna have a lot more buildings everywhere, but so far I have the buildings at the top. I'm still missing 2 characters, obviously, to put in there. So anyways, just thought I would show you that, and then let's go in and see who it is. I'm nervous. I don't know why, because you guys, another cat. Is this gonna be a cat island? Look at this. 1, 2, and now the 3rd one. That's crazy. I actually have not considered, I don't think did I consider Kitty for this island? I think I should though. The thing is, I'm already going to have a kitty on the island because my friend Kitty is going to have a place. But you know what we can do is we can have 2 kitties because I love her and her colors match my island. Oh no, that means I need to go put a plot down. All right, let me talk to her. This is exciting. I never get good characters in here. Really don't too often get any that I'm like excited about. But she is super cute, and I don't know why I didn't think about her. I don't know who I'm going to throw out. Why am I going all cats? I don't know. Let's move her in, though. Let's move her in and see what happens. Okay, he's just going to hand over that housing kit. And then off I go. I'm going to go find our location. Okay, so right here is Punchy. He's up here on the hill on the right. And so we're gonna pop in our new villager right here. So I already got her kit for Kitty. Uh-oh, that's not the right way. Nope, I need to rethink it. Why should always want to go at an angle? There. Let me just imagine it just to make sure it's sitting back the way I want it to. Is that good? Yes. Okay. Okay. All right. So we'll put Kitty in there. I just have to go back and talk to her. Hopefully it's easy peasy. I don't know. We'll see how many times it takes to talk to that girl and get her to move on to my island. But sometimes the struggle is real. Other times they're like, oh, first case, just give me what you got here. So it's very rare that that's the case, however. But we're going to see if we can make it work. Look at Dora. She's just sweeping away. We got Kicks on the island today as well, but not really sure I need Kicks. All right, let's go chat with her. All right, well, it took us about 7 tries and about 10 declines to not play a game with her, if not a little bit more. But we finally got her, and so Kitty will be one of our new island mover inners. Let's see, a new villager. I'm not sure if we'll end up keeping her, but for right now, to get us up to our 10, so that we can start progressing along a little more with these builds, I think it works out. And I do have to look at my little screen though and see like what my plan was before, because now I don't even remember at this point. It's been a week or 2 since I did my little board, and I know my colors and everything, but I just don't remember what my plan was. So anyway, I'm just gonna head up here, make sure that we have her. Yep, it says sold. Perfect. So her and her little boyfriend will be up here on the hill. I think that'll be really cute. So anyways, let me get back down here. We're going to actually save this. And then I need to move in my first little friend villager resident. I have not done this before since my son used to play this, which was probably in 2020. So, matter of fact, he never even played this game. He played City Folk with me. So let's be honest, this has actually been more like probably 10 or 12 years since I've had a second resident on my island, and I'm going to have about 6 or 7, however many the limit is. So yeah, there's going to be quite a few. So give me a hot minute. Let me just get this saved and get back in on a new resident here. All right, you guys, look who we have. Look who we have. Our first little villager, new resident is going to be Nyla. So my little daughter Nyla is moving in. So we're gonna get Nyla in here, and I've never done it before, but I was able to add 7 profiles. So we'll see if I can add 7 buildings. But that's the goal. That is the goal. We want it to look like a big, full, cramped city. You know what I mean? So anyways, this is the process of adding all these peeps. We're going to plop down tents and such, get them to their basic needs area, you know, spicy and some goodies, and then put them in a really cute outfit so they fit in here. So yes. So it's kind of like beginning, sort of. He does make you do all the Nook Mile accomplishments in order to progress, but you know what we're going to do? We're going to cheat. So that's the thing. We're just going to cheat and not worry about doing all that process because I'm spicy and I can cheat. So yeah, plus there's no cheating in a game you can't win. So there you go. My choice, my game. Anyways, yeah, let me get past this part, but I just wanted you to see, like, we're starting the process. I'm going to move in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people if I can. I don't know what the limit is. So, okay. And I get a bill too. Every single one is going to get a bill. Every single one has to pay with mileage and all that stuff. But we're going to just, like I said, everyone is going to be kind of filled in. So I'll be right back. All right, well, we're back. And see my new flag? Isn't it cute? It's a little Japanese area, you know, with little spring flowers. It's cute. We'll look at it more when we do our tour, but oh, look at the kitties, they're chit-chatting. So this is Kaylee's house. Yes. And then down here we have Megan and wait. No. I forget who's where. I think that's Megan and Chrissy. Nyla and Kitty. And then down here we have April and Sammy. So we got all the ladies on the island. Yeah. I just decided to move them in. They happen to be like around and chit-chatting when I was thinking about this island, and so I just moved those peoples in. But you know, I'll vary it with different islands. But yeah, here's all my people I finally got moved in. So we got Nyla and then Kitty, and then we got Megan and Chrissy and April and Sammy and then Kaylee. Yeah, so everybody's moved in. And all my little villagers, we're still not done. We gotta kick out a couple and stuff like that, but we're getting on our way. The island's getting some terraforming going, you know, that kind of thing. So now we're gonna work on this area here, and I'm gonna try to do this whole neighborhood. So, oh god, thank god that didn't have like a wasp in it. It was an accident. Anyway, I gotta move some stuff over because I want to put some of those little buildings in here. I also need to fill in this space though with a little bit of this tiling. So I'm gonna do a little bit of that, but we're gonna put down a couple of buildings just to fill it in, make it look more full, you know, around the houses. Make it look kind of lived in. I want each of them to, you know, each area to have like different sections, I guess. And so I thought I'd put these little Soji screen looking things up here to just kind of mask the front of those buildings and make them look a little more, you know, on the Japanese side. And then over here, we're going to go ahead and put in some more of those little retro buildings. I want to kind of make it look like they all kind of belong together somewhat, you know, like little sheds or something that got built in the area, that kind of thing. And we'll just kind of squish it together. And we'll kind of make both sides look symmetrical somewhat, you know? And then I'm going to put in, you know, some of the little tories that we have along the way, like in different main entrances or in kind of just overshadowing different areas that you could potentially walk if they actually did open. So, but yeah, I just wanted to, you know, kind of make it look uniform. I also realized this looked a little bare after I did it last time, so I wanted to put in a few more of these. I'm going to put these everywhere because they're really pretty, and this is supposed to be cherry blossom season on this island and Sakura season, which it isn't right now because I'm in I don't know, May or June on this island right now. But I will fast forward to get to cherry blossom season, what, you know, towards the end, and especially when we do the reveal of the island and that kind of thing. But yeah, I just want these to be kind of all over the place so you can kind of see them and give it that really pretty cherry blossom look. So usually I don't go this crazy with everything, but you know, this is the theme of this island, so I really think I'm going to overuse these quite a bit. So that's a spoiler. Don't be surprised when you see everything. I do end up fixing some of these things where the grass meets the houses. I will pull all this stuff up, put some tiling underneath it. But that is on some off time, I do believe, and so you may not see it in the video. I'm not sure. Voiceover JoJo is unsure. So I can't remember back because I did this part a few days ago, and then I went on a little trip to see my padre. And then now that I'm back, I'm trying to get some stuff done, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't remember this. Also, why did I do this at night? I don't like it. I don't like working at night. But I don't think we stay here too long. Yeah, matter of fact, I see daylight coming. So no worries. We will go past this. But yeah, I think that looks pretty good and helps cover up the part that's kind of ugly on that. I have to get rid of this cute heart pond. It just happens to be in the way of the neighborhood. Somewhat kind of like my New York City, or my, you know, similarity to the city. I want to have a lot of like trees and greenery here to complement the city part of this. And so I am going to have like a lot of trees and flowers and bushes and wheat field and things like that all around these houses. And so anyway, I just need some green grass around in some spots so that I can put trees and things along the edges, because I think it will make it look really pretty and also bring in the cherry blossoms, which I really want to have. So anyway, that is what I'm doing here. I'm trying to shape the river so that it kind of just looks a little more natural and not so edged, you know, like I don't know, the people who created all these islands made them very uniform in some spots where it doesn't look like it bends and curves and stuff. So I like it when the island kind of has a bunch of curvy rivers and streams and things, some skinnier and some thicker, and you know, just stuff like that. So I'll show you a map along the way after we get going and see how it turns out, but I just like to have, you know, some hops across it, and also have it look a little more, you know, just not so planned. Like, see how straight this little canal is right here? It's just too straight. So if I could stop hitting the same exact thing over and over again too, that would be super helpful. But you know how it is. I'm sure you guys have been there, done that. Terraforming and waterscaping and stuff are just not necessarily my favorite thing, but I love that you're allowed to do that in this game, and that they let us kind of, I don't know, just make the islands look more interesting or different. Before, when it was just so stuck in a certain way, it just kind of was a little bit boring. So this is kind of cool that we can actually do this, you know? So I think it's cool. I think they were doing this to kind of appease us so we could have some more creativity, you know? So anyways, by the way, if you guys are not a subscriber to this channel or whatnot, I would love if you would subscribe and stick around for future. We're gonna do, get ready to do a fall island coming up, and then we do also have a Christmas or holiday type island coming, a winter island. Not necessarily Christmas, but more like a kind of winter wonderlandy kind of thing. So that is upcoming, and I would love it if you guys would be around to hang out with me while I make those villages, those little cute little towns and stuff. I have some cute ideas. The forest one, or the fall one, is going to be kind of a foresty fall area, and we'll go over that more when I get to it, but I do have some things in mind for that. And then the one for the winter is going to be, I haven't quite decided if I'm going to have it set in snow, but I think I probably will, even though that might completely drive me and you nuts. But I'm hoping that it won't be too bad. I'm going to get some designs to put down on the winter snow areas, and so some of it will be covered, you know, and so then the rest of it is going to be white and snowy, and I think the two together will look really cool. But I have to kind of find all those little designs first, so we'll have to go do a little bit of shopping. But we're putting down a little path. I'm trying to get this all kind of, I don't know, just the edge of the neighborhood defined, you know? And so this is where we're kind of ending this front neighborhood. And now I decided I needed to get a villager hunt done because I had to get a couple more villagers in. And so I just sold some land, and I couldn't find this one to save my life, but then I finally found him. He was hiding, but it's that big. Hugh, I think? Is that Hugh? Yeah. We weren't looking for Hugh. We're looking for someone either white, black, pink, kind of more, not elegant, but kinda, you know? And, I don't know, just kind of classy little guys. There's Chatter. I actually like that little mouse. I know some people don't like him, but I do. I think he's cute. And then we saw Chief before Chatter. Oh, this is Plucky. I like Plucky, but not for this island. Oh, it's Fuchsia. She's beautiful, but she's too dark pink. I really want more pastel pink if we're going to have any pink on the island. There's not a lot of pastel pink villagers. This is Pee-wee. Look, I found Biscuit. Kaylee, I found your biscuit. Oh, I'm sorry you didn't find him yet. I hope you find him for your Forever Island. I'm going to leave him here for you so you can come back for him, okay? Alright, and then here, who do we have? Oh gosh, it's April's favorite. April, Agent S says, "Hi, fab to meet you." Oh, I wish April didn't have such a hard time finding her, because she's one of my squirrely girls, you know? Alright, I think that's like Leopold or something. I can't remember his name, but I'm not looking for anyone yellow or orange. Alright, and then who do we have here? Oh god, run. Oh god, run. Yes, run. Rocket. Oh, another favorite. Another fan favorite. I got really lucky a couple times here in a row. Okay, this is Apple. Apple's okay and cute, but not for this island. We're not looking for anybody red or that dark of a red or pink. Who do we have here? Oh, I think it is Alice. Yeah, not looking for any koalas. No Alice. Alright, who's this? Oh, it's Dell, I think. Is that Dell? Deli? I don't know, one of those. Deli. The monkey. And who is this over here? Oh, it's I forget her name, but we're not getting her. I do like that one though. Okay, who's here? Oh, is it Rex? I think it might be. Okay, oh, I see a kangaroo. Nope, we're gonna go. Do not like that kangaroo. Oh, it's Gaston. We're not gonna take Gaston either. Bye, buddy. Thanks anyway, dude. Oh my god, run. Run, girl, run. Oh, Chops. No way. No way, Chops. He does not belong on this island. Oh, there's Boots. I like Boots. He's cute, but he doesn't belong either. It is... I forget the penguin's name, but Gwen, maybe? Oh, and then this is who we ended up taking. At least for now. I'm not sure if she'll stay, but Diana has the pink and the white colors, and I thought, oh my gosh, she might be really good for this island. So I went ahead and took her. She's got a little purple on her too, but I'm not bothered by that. So we're gonna go ahead and take Diana. I think she would be really cute for this island, and she's white. And so I think that would be cute because, you know, a white black, we're going for white black, and pastel pinks and maybe some grays. So those are kind of the colors we're going for. So, and I did realize later that Kitty from the beginning campsite, she's kind of a beigey brown color. I kind of thought she was gray when I was looking at her, but she's kind of beigey brown. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep her. So anyway, back to building. I saw someone use a bed like this to make it look like it was a canopy in a walkway type situation. And so I thought I would try it and see how I liked it. And so went ahead and popped that in there and had to rearrange it a little bit because it was kind of on the wrong edge where I didn't want it. But once we got it all kind of squared away, it does look kind of cool, doesn't it? Because it hides the bed, and so that kind of looks like a little roof or some trim or whatnot. So I thought it was cool. And then I wanted to put the soji screens back here to kind of, I don't know, just kind of make it look walled in a little more. So I'm trying to use a lot of the same type of similar decorative items around the island so that everything looks more cohesive, you know, and kind of goes together. And plus to stay in like the color realms and all that. So, and then I thought I really like these pine trees. I think they look cool for a Asian kind of flair. So I thought I'd put some pine trees behind just to kind of frame it out, make it look kind of neat. And then I wanted to put up some of the hardwoods so that they'll be bringing some of the pink tree into this, and also some bamboo to keep the green, so green and pink, you know. Put a couple more of the trees down around the edge where this part ends. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just plant behind all these houses so they don't look so boring back here. And so it looks kind of full and lush. And once I get all the villagers' houses done and all the little towns and all of that, I will end up working on filling in some more of this landscaping and stuff and making it look pretty, and you know, putting more bushes and flowers and trees and stuff to just kind of fill it in. Of course, it's okay to have a little bit of open space back here too. I may even put a little dirt walkway or something back there just so you know you can walk behind all of this. So anyway, that's the idea behind all of it. But again, I just wanted it to look kind of neat and universally put together, that kind of thing. I'm stunting this tree before I forget, and that way I don't miss where I need to put these things in. I'm pretty sure right now I'm grabbing apples in my spicy, yes. So that was the pause there. My apologies. I totally forgot I did that. I got some bamboo partitions to kind of block off some of this industrial look a little bit. I do know that these are the wrong color now. At the time, I kept thinking this was the color I was using on the island, and then I realized it was not the color I used on the whole island in the front, and so I ended up having to go back and replace them with the ones that, you know, I knew it needed to have. And then also I needed to adjust this building back here just to kind of make it work, because it's just not quite where I had wanted it to be. So I had to kind of fix that a little bit too. So that's what I'm doing here, is just kind of adjusting the building. There's a lot of that where I have to do and undo and do and undo, unfortunately. But you guys know what it's like when you're making an island and you think everything's gonna fit and then it doesn't. So anyways, that's what's happening over here. And then I wanted to put like a little one of those ponds or baths or whatever it is over here. So I'm gonna get one of those in here too. So once I get these kind of leveled out and put in and stuff, then I will get my little bath put in over here too. And I realized while I'm at it, I better fix this since I'm able to push that tree over there, you know, and get it out of the way a little bit. But again, it's always like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, you know, that kind of thing. All right, now that we've got that all fixed up, I'm gonna pop in my little bath and get that popped in here so that we can have a little bit of water, you know, natural flowing things. And I want to put a few more of those trees in here just to bring the pop of pink around this edge as well, because once the beautiful cherry blossom season is here, these are going to look really pretty. So that is the point of that. But you know, if you didn't want to have that much hardwood, you could put fruit trees in, or more bamboo instead of the, you know, cherry blossoms. So, or just set it to a different time of year, of course, when it's not blooming. But here's Cookies teaching me curiosity. I didn't have very many moves, so I was kind of happy to get that actually. Yeah, she's so cute. I don't have too many islands where I get to use like pink villagers, 'cause I'm usually doing like islands with more neutral colored villagers or whatnot. So it's kind of nice to have a little pink thrown in here. I've always liked pink and gray together too, like even since I was younger. So I kind of love the combination of these things together. I don't know what it is about it, but I really do like it. So anyways, this is where I told you I'm really gonna be like throwing in the cherry blossom items, and I will even this stuff out. I'm gonna fix, you know, some of the things that don't quite add up or look right. So like for instance, this rock, I kind of wanted them facing opposites sort of. So we fixed the rock, and then I will eventually fix these trees that aren't quite lined up and stuff like that, but or at least in front of each house, you know what I mean? But because we like symmetry, right? Okay, and then I never get to use these guys either. What is it? A kadoshu? I don't know what it is. But anyways, that. Oh boy, I'm really doing it justice, let me tell you. All right, and that's just to fill it in, make it look a little more lush. Wasn't sure if I like the way that lantern just looks sitting there. So, of course, I'm just going to put another cherry blossom tree branch. Yep, why not? Another pine tree out here in front. I kind of like it against the shoji, oh my gosh, shoji panels. I like that. Can I talk? No, I cannot. Okay, and we got to get some wheat filled in here to give it nature look and make it more flowy. And of course we need to add lag. What island would be good without lag? I don't know, but not this one. We need lag. All right, now I'm gonna plant some flowers. I got my spicy pockets at work here, so they should be continuously filling up as we go, so I don't have to keep running and getting flowers and stuff. But you know, I have done my time with having to go to treasures and get all these things, or also growing them myself, which I am doing on my Forever Island and stuff like that. So I definitely have done it on my own, but for all intents and purposes here, where I'm just trying to make some content and try not to, you know, drag out the timing on this, it's a little bit easier. So this next part is kind of a lot because I'm doing the rest of the whole neighborhood. And so I sped it up a little bit, and so we're just going to run through and kind of try to fix up this neighborhood, get some of the things adjusted that need to be adjusted and things like that. So this is where I'm just kind of making things work and come together. So and then as I was doing this, I was looking at this is when I was kind of looking at those barriers back there, those little bamboo partitions. And I was like, you know what? I think I need to switch those out. So pretty soon coming up, I will do that. And I do the same thing down here. I put the partitions, and then later on I change them all out. So I will fix that, I promise. But yeah, we're planting flowers, we're putting in our trees and bushes and wheat fields and things like that. And then like I said, I kind of want this neighborhood to look like they all kind of belong together. I'm going to do up each house, but they're just going to have their front living rooms done, and the rest of the parts should be blocked off. And I'm just going to make them have like a really nice, you know, Japanese style living room or something. So we're not going to go too crazy on it. I just wanted to, you know, put it in theme so that it matches what we're trying to do. This is driving me nuts, the way these partitions are not like wanting to fill in properly. And then again, like I do realize at one point or another that all these partitions are the wrong colors. And so I do come back and fix them. But I thought at the time, like I was like, oh, maybe I did go dark, you know. But then I went over here and, you know, going by my house, I realized that the lighter ones were there. We're going to plant some trees by Kaylee's house here. But I realized that resident services is really in the way. Like I can't get anything planted. And it's because that's there and her house is here. And so, yeah, we're going to go ahead and fill out the rest of this roadway where, you know, I've done all the pathing and get all the sidewalk area put in. And then we're gonna, you know, just kind of fill in around all these little neighborhood houses so that everything looks like it meshes up and goes together. And yeah, I think it'll look cute once it's all finished. I also put the beginning music on here because that's what I've recorded for my fill-in music, because I love it so much. I don't ever want to not have this music in my life. So I ended up recording like literally 2 hours of it. Here comes a balloon. It's so funny because I kind of just said it where I had my girls standing somewhere, and then I just went, probably made dinner or was doing some other stuff, and then I came back like a couple hours later. I think I ended up with like 2 hours and 8 minutes of the time for this music, and that way I could use it anytime I wanted. And I recorded video the whole time, but then I ended up being able to remove the video portion of things and just add the sound. And so that's how I was able to get that over here. But I'm really happy that I did that, because now I can use it like in all of my videos, and it makes me happy, you know, because I love that. I love this little chill music, just kind of playing along with my chill vibes over here. So the things I'm doing in this video are ones that I really actually enjoy doing while I'm doing it. Like, I really like to put padding down, even though some people might be kind of annoyed to watch it, but I do enjoy doing it. So, and I sped this up. I think it's only at 2 times the speed, but just so you guys can kind of see the method to my madness, but not have to watch it in full time speed. But if you guys listen to me in 2 times speed, then it'll be like even faster. So, which I do sometimes, you know, like if I don't have the time to listen to every single thing in the speed that the person is talking, then I will speed it up sometimes, and that's kind of helpful, like to help let me get through the video and still watch the whole thing. So yeah, I do that. I'm trying not to do it too much, because I want the creator to get all the minutes of time or whatever, but when I'm in a crunch, it works really good to speed it up a little bit. My villagers are so cute. Like, I really like them. The mix of villagers I have here too, I've never really had. So it'll be different to have all these villagers together. And I've never had this many cats. Still don't know if I'm keeping Kitty, the cat, on the island. She's really adorable and I love her, but I'm just not sure about keeping her with the color scheme I was going for. But then again, it's, you know what? No one's probably going to really nitpick that except me. So, you know, there's that. So I might just keep her on there if I enjoy it enough and like her and stuff like that. But I kind of wish she wasn't wearing blue. Like, that kind of makes me bummed out, but that's okay. I love that little 2-parter tree too with the little puffs. Isn't it cute? We're just trying to make things look a little more filled in and lush around these houses, like it kind of would in somewhat real life, you know? Because I feel like most people have plantings and trees and things like that around their homes. And so yeah, I was just trying to make sure that this kind of looked the same way. I would like to ask you guys though, what would you like to see from me? I'm thinking of doing, someone mentioned a 30-day Halloween or fall island challenge, and I was thinking of maybe doing that. So that means I would do 30 days straight of working on my fall island. So I'm wondering if you guys would be interested in that. So it'd probably be for like the month of October maybe, or whatever. So I would start working on that like pretty soon so that I could get it, you know, going. But I'm just wondering if that's something you would like to see. And also, do you guys like more of the fall type islands, or do you guys prefer a Halloween island around this time of year, around the October time of year, not this time of year? I realize right now we're still in July, but you know, you kind of have to plan ahead a little bit. So at least when you're making stuff. So I'm just wondering if that's what you guys would like to see, is a fall island or a Halloween island. So let me know in the comments below, like which one. And then also let me know if you think I should keep Kitty the cat, because I don't know if she really works on this island or not. Like if my color scheme is black, white, gray, and pink, does Kitty fit? She's kind of a gray beige, right? But kind of more beigey. I don't know. I'm undecided. So just let me know what you think. And I'll take it all into consideration, I guess, and see what I should do. The alternatives were, okay, I had Raymond, who, he's more of the gray with pink ears kind of situation. I had Kiki. So those are the two other cats instead of Kitty. Judy with the sparkly eyes. I had Olive the bear, who has pink ears. She's cute and she's gray. And then I also had Blanche the ostrich, who's very Asian looking. I was also considering Marshall, my boy, and Blair. She's black and white. She would be cute. I don't think I mentioned her before, but just looking at all my little squirrelies, her and Marshall would be the only two that probably would fit on this island. But she's kind of more, I don't know, cottagey looking, and he's more city looking to me. I don't know. Anyways, so those are like other options. Oh, and Genji, because I really like Genji the bunny. He's cute. And he's got little pink cheeks, and he's white with like black ears, or maybe they're kind of brownish, but we're gonna call him black, okay? We're calling black ears. So anyways, so I don't know. I think it would be really cute to have some of these little different ones that I haven't had before or whatever. So especially like Genji and Blanche, I think they would be more on the Japanese side for this island, so I think it would be better, but who knows. Anyways, you guys let me know, like, which ones do you think would be better on this island better than like Kitty the cat, or I'm keeping Cookie. Shino is very Asian, but she's also got that kind of reddish on her. But I kind of overlooked it because she's very Asian looking, And Punchy's not very Asian. I don't really have to keep Punchy. I could probably put Raymond in his place or something. Raymond, I always think of him as like the Japanese businessman. Because they are a lot of business over there too, So I feel like it relates, but let me know what you think on these things. If you think I'm way out in left field, let me know. So, but anyways, Genji, Blanche are probably like my two top ones that I need to get on here. Raymond would be next, Marshall, and maybe Judy. So I gotta figure that out. Anyway, I decided to move the store back because it was in the way of Kaylee's house over there. And then I'm gonna have to redo the bridge area over here and make some room for our Able sisters. I was gonna put them over here on this plot of land, and matter of fact, I'm gonna mark the area where I think it'll go. But then when I tried to put it here, it doesn't center between those two bridges. And that makes me mad. So I decide, nope, I'm not going to do it. And it ends up going over here by the store. You'll see though when I do it. I'm like, what? And I try to line up the store so that it would be kind of in line with the other one. And I thought I had it. I thought we were going to be able to do it. But then, yeah, it did not end up centering. It's I think it's 5 wide instead of 4 wide. And so It just threw off my chi altogether. Maybe it's even 6 wide. I can't remember. But it's definitely not fitting in the center of this little mound here. So I'm going to have to figure out something else to do in there. If you have any ideas as to what to put over there, let me know. Because I could use some help with something to go in the middle here where I had this. And it leads up into this little neighborhood here. I ended up putting a few trees and stuff just to kind of start decorating up here, even though I'm not really primarily doing that today. But I just wanted to get some stuff in so that, you know, it starts to come together a little bit. I thought for sure I could get a wheat field in here, but no matter how I stood, I could not. So I ended up having to terraform in order to make a space to stand, to put the wheat field that I knew darn good and well would fit over here. It just was being a poop. Because Nintendo is mean. I thought, won't even a lantern fit in there or something? It wouldn't. So, anyway, yeah, I had to go about it the long way. But it ended up going in exactly where I had wanted it to begin with, so it's like, come on, game. I knew it would fit there. Like, seriously. Alright. Got that middle section done, which I thought looked really cute. And I like to put, like, the taller things in the back and the shorter things in the front. Like, you know, wheat field in the back and a flower in the front of that, or a bush in the back and a flower in the front kind of thing. But so that's what I'm doing over here, trying to just make it look a little more natural and pretty. I will do some pathing up here that goes to the houses, but it's going to be more like dirt pathing. So kind of as if we're coming out of the city, we're getting more into the rural areas, and it's more of the worn dirt path as you come off these bridges. So that's kind of how that's going to work. But I will put the road in front of these guys so that it matches up with the rest of the front of the island, you know, because I feel like the stores and stuff are still a part of the front of the island. And it's here where I'm like, okay, that bridge has to move because it's not going to be lined up with my road. And I really kind of wanted it to line up. And then I think, well, maybe I could put a little diagonal bridge over here and stuff. So I'm going to do a little water terraforming, see if we can smooth it out a little bit. And but I don't actually put the bridge in on this video. So, but you probably will see that in a future video somewhere where it's either in or where I do it on that video, one of the two. But this edge seemed pretty good, but this edge over here needed to be evened out so that, you know, you could level them out between each other. You have to have, I think, at least 4 wide, maybe, for a bridge. I cannot remember to save my life. And then it has to be a little bit across from itself on the river. So yeah, it's a little bit more than just what I'm doing here. There we go. So then I thought, okay, that's way too off, so I needed to build this out a little bit so that I had a little more of a straightaway next to each other. So that's what this is. It's just keep trying to get it so it'll line up over there once I get it in. And then once I'm done, I'll come down and kind of fix the river and make it all mesh together. But after years of playing this, I can tell you, you know, usually I can get it to where I can get a diagonal bridge in there. But this posed to be a little bit of a problem this day. So I was like, I kept hitting the wrong area and messing it up a little bit, but I think a bridge would go in there at this point. But I do think I'm going to have to fix it because it's not quite coming off the road at the angle I would like it to. So we'll have to work with it. But I haven't put the road in, quite yet in order to finish that up either. So we'll have to see how it turns out. But that was a good start. I kind of got it going. So we'll see how it turns out. I don't even know what I'm doing in here. Oh, I'm breaking down the log bridge. Yeah, I had to take the log bridge out first just so I could, visualize it a little better and kind of see where I'm going. So, and of course, I back out of this instead of doing it right. So don't mind me while I do this twice because, that's how we fumble around in Animal Crossing. Oh my gosh, it's so annoying sometimes when you're like, I didn't do it right. But when I come back into this, it should be fixed like the next day. And then this is where I decided to change up all the little bamboo partitions and make sure that they were the lighter color and not the darker color. So yeah. So I just wanted to make sure that got done before I forgot about it. Because that is a thing. I will forget just about every thought I had about this island. So anyways, that is exactly what's happening here. Is just me trying to get that fixed. And then I will probably... we got to do some more planting, and filling in the front of these houses are really the last thing to do. So I want to make them all a little different in the front, but still make them seem like they're all from the same neighborhood, So that's what I'm actually thinking when I'm putting this together, is that I really want, they may have a different way of putting their little front ends together, but that's, how the houses are kind of cohesive too, and different all at the same time. So now over here too, like I've got kind of all the nature planned, but I didn't really have like the extra little objects like the bamboo items and stuff like that. So I got Glee. I like these bamboo partitions. I forgot about them in the game, I feel like, until I started doing my last resort challenge. And then I was like, well, what can I use out of the bamboo stuff? And then I started using these, but in the darker color on that island. And I really like them. They're kind of cool. They add that little, like, I don't know, like a little Asian flair to things. So I think they're kind of neat. I love it. Oh my gosh, what am I trying to do? Oh, get a tree in here. This is like a challenge. I could not, for the life of me, get this to go where I wanted it to go. Even though I knew exactly where it needed to go, but I wasn't doing it right. I do like kind of putting those little clumps of things together. I think it makes it look really pretty and full, and it kind of helps it be lush, down below where you have like the wheat field and the bush mixed together, different colors, put some flowers in there and stuff, I really like how it comes together. I was trying to get like a little baby bamboo in here. There we go. It just took a second. It didn't want to squeeze in, but you can only have so much space in between these trees, or you have to have so much space. So it doesn't always agree with where you want it to go, Here's another bush. There we go. Can't get through there anyways because of the barricades, so you might as well, you know. I decided to put a little lamp back here. I was going to put it over there, but then you wouldn't have seen it with the house in the way, so I went ahead and just put it over on the edge. I figured, you know, could be scattered about in here and there. I think I will probably add a few more things behind these homes. I want to try to get some vines, which I totally forgotten about during this build. And I wanted to also get maybe some more different kinds of gazebos with the green on top and stuff, and put those in behind the houses so that it kind of makes it look lush back there too, and you could surround them by trees or pine trees or whatever. So I think that would look cool. I think it would. I kind of experiment a little bit with these things because I don't want, like I said, all the houses to look the same, but I kind of do all at the same time. So I was just trying to find out like what other things you could put out front. I also really like the Torii item because I feel like it makes it look Asian, has that Asian swoop to it, you know. And so anyway, I use them a lot in this island, but I feel like you see them all over in Japan, you know, when people go there, and their houses seem to have that shape to the roof and stuff. So I don't feel like I'm doing it in injustice too much. Hopefully it looks kind of cute in the end, you know. This is where I'm like, Nintendo, you're so mean, making me redo this. I think I'm loading my pockets with more stuff here. My apologies, you have to just watch me stand here for a minute. Cracks me up that she blinks so much. Okay, I'm using these Soji screens again. I think I might change some of them up so they're a little different, but I don't do it in this video. But I found some really cool ones that have like branches of the Sakura on them and stuff. So I might take a few of these down, especially on the houses that are more gray or white or black and don't have much pink in them, and add those in behind so that they kind of look neato and just kind of look a little bit more like the Sakura time of year. So I do love them though. They're so pretty. I'm not a huge pink girl in real life, but I do like the in-game pastels of pink. I do think it is really pretty. So I do enjoy that part for sure. That balloon. It's funny because there's actually a balloon going across the top, but the balloon was not really in the sound because this is a different sound than the other one. But isn't that just a weird coincidence? I hadn't used these little bamboo things either, so I thought, oh, I better do that too. Put some of those little bamboo grasses and just, you know, whatever I can get to work, you know, that will look respectable and interesting. I definitely like that. There's so many different things to think about over here too, because I've got resident services and I have all the houses surrounding it. I wanted it to look like a residential area in the city. So if that makes sense, I'm hoping it does. I don't know. I've never been to Japan, although it is on my bucket list. I've never been there. And so I honestly don't know how the houses look or, even how close together they are and things like that. Excuse me for yawning. I'm tired apparently today. It was a long day at work today. Some days we just have that. It's funny if you move just one tiny smidge forward, how you make it work. And I don't end up really blocking resident services too much. I just kind of hope that the things around it that I put there still make it look really pretty, but make you kind of forget that it's back there a little bit because you're down here looking at all this other stuff. So I don't know. I could have put up some castle walls or something, but I don't really think that goes with this island at all. And also I'm kind of trying to do more of a small town feel, and I feel like that does not help it make it feel small town. So that part's interesting too. I'm trying to kind of keep it somewhat simple too and easy to move around the island. So I don't really want it to be completely crowded, you know what I mean? So anyways, that's kind of what I'm doing here. I'm trying to make them look a little different, each little clump of houses, but also make them look kind of similar. Like this area down here, I started using like a ton of Tories, and they're all over on the houses, and then I thought maybe it's too much of the Tories, so I think I do end up taking these down at the end, at least in some spots, to try to make it look a little more acceptable and less just wonky or weird, you know what I mean? So anyways, that's what I'm doing here, is just trying to get them to kind of fill in the spaces with some cool stuff, but also make everything look a little more balanced, and the houses look like they're a little more joined together a little bit, I guess. Yeah. So this is April and Sammy's house down here. So I gave Sammy the pink door because I know April's not a huge fan of pink. Like, she's done a pink island before and stuff, but I don't think it's her favorite. I think she really likes more of the whites and greens and beiges, but so does Sammy. But for some reason, I just see pink when I see Sammy a little bit. So I had to put pink on her door. And then April had the more like kind of cottage core colors of her house. So, but they're both very cottage core, very much so. Very much. But I wanted one of them to be a little more like pink than the other one. So that's why I gave one to Sammy. So I think it's super cute. Then put the Tory there. Yeah. Isn't Dora adorable? I forgot her. I had her on my list too. On my island, I mean. It's so cute. I never was really super into the mice, but she's pretty cute. She does have like an Asian looking house, if I'm not mistaken. I do have to go in there though and look at it again and see, but I'm gonna have to redo everybody's houses anyways on this island. So all of my villagers will have a cute little Asian style home. And I'm going to try to give them like all little, tea areas and I'm gonna try to give everybody like a little little kitchen, a little living room, and stuff like that. So hopefully, you know, they'll all kind of look cute, but a little different all at the same time too. So, but same with the bigger houses too. I'm not gonna make them like super all done up. It's mainly just gonna be the front room, like when you walk in. The rest I'm gonna kind of block off. I don't really plan on doing the upstairs, downstairs. So, but you never know, I might. I don't even think I did the basement in all these houses. I only did upstairs. But maybe I'll make the upstairs like a kind of an like a place where they can have kind of a little outdoor sitting area or something like that. Or make it look kind of like a little balcony. I don't know, something. Because all these houses have that little area at the top that looks like a little extra roof, and I feel like that's like their little sitting room up there, so kind of cute, you know. But we're kind of getting to the end of the video. I was trying a couple different things to see what I liked over here, but in the end I just ended up liking the little Soji screens again better, so I ended up putting those on there too. No, Joe, that does not work. Looks weird. I was like, oh, I could put it there, but that blocks it. Yeah, I also like that that kind of blocks a little bit of that pink, because that pink is like really a lot of pink on that one. This roof is supposed to be pink, by the way, and it is not. It looks red. But per the game, that was a pink roof. So go figure, y'all. Go figure. Oh well. I thought over here, oh my gosh, that was the wrong pine tree. I ended up getting the bonsai instead of the pine tree, and I'm looking through here like, where the heck is it? So that's what I was doing over here, is trying to figure out pocket space to get that thing up and put the right pine tree in here. Oh, there's Shino. She's coming to check out my little bonsai. Oh, she was watering it. That's hysterical. Was she gonna water it? I think she was. Oh. Alright, let's get the right pine tree in here. And then I kind of like the little bonsais to put outside. Just like a little area where they can do their little plantings and stuff. Thought that was super cute. And then over here, you know, some more pine trees. But I thought it would be nice to make this one just a little bit different in the front. And this one was a little too close to put the torii in. But since I have all the trees and stuff around, I thought it would be better to do it this way. So you can't really walk along the front is the only problem with that. But you can go down through the grass and around the plants. So that works. And then I know I just have a few little finishing touches on this build, but just to make sure that everything is like, I'm making sure everything is has the flowers where I want them, some stunting, you know, that kind of thing. That way if I come back tomorrow, it's not all messed up. But was loading my pockets with a few things, you know, and just trying to make it look, I'm seeing if I can get through to all these houses and stuff. And you can. So that's pretty good. And we come over here, and this is the other couple of houses, which I think turned out pretty good. I like that. I do want to take the tories down from the entrances over here and make them look a little more lighter, I guess. And I'll leave the ones on the outside, but I wanted to take the ones down by the entrance because I thought they might be a little unnecessary. So yeah. And same with this one. Like, I just thought it was a little too many Tories, you know what I mean? So anyway, and these ones just have them on their entrance. They don't have them on the sides. So I think that works out pretty good. So there's, again, just a little bit different. And they're a little more dolled up to the top, but that's okay because that's up my resident services. So it's okay if things are a little more fancy up here. And then I just want to fill in some of these grassy areas that are going to be seen, but not really seen, you know. I thought it would be cute just to put some flowers and bushes and things back there that make it look pretty. Yeah, this is the island. This is how it turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me build this little neighborhood and enjoyed seeing the fast forward here of me putting it together. I did enjoy making it. I like my little flag. I love my little areas here where all my little friends are. I wish I had a little bit more room for a couple more people because I could use a couple more big structures in the neighborhood. But all in all, it turned out pretty good. So if you wouldn't mind giving this video a like and subscribe if you haven't. And I will definitely see you guys on the next one. I hope you liked this cute little Japanese neighborhood that we built, and that you'll come back for the next one, which we're gonna probably work on our shops and make a little bit more of the city center in the back there. So I will see you guys later. Have a wonderful rest of your week, your day, your night, or just whatever it is you guys are doing. And I will talk to you soon. Thank you again for everyone who's a member of this channel, and also for those of you that subscribe. And I really do appreciate all the time you give me. Have a wonderful day, you guys. All right, take care. Bye.